Welcome back to the deep dive. Now, usually, we focus a lot on those mainstream flagships. Sleek designs, amazing cameras, that kind of thing.
Right, the all-rounders.
Exactly. But today, we're going way off the beaten path, right to the technical edge. We're dedicating this whole deep dive to a super specialized piece of kit, the REDMAGIC 10 Air gaming phone.
Yes. Not exactly subtle, that one.
Not at all. It's not built to blend in. It's built for, well, just raw speed. So our mission today is to really dissect what happens when a phone is built with zero compromises for performance. What gets left behind?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Yeah, the real tension is, okay, you've got this beast engineered for hours and hours of gaming, but how does it actually function for, the rest of your day, the normal stuff?
It's a great question because this phone, it really makes a statement. It's hardware with a very, very specific purpose. You called it a machine, and I think that's spot on. It's completely unapologetic, right? It's for gamers who need those smooth visuals, that power that just doesn't dip after 15 minutes of intense play.
Okay, let's start with how it looks and feels, the aesthetic. Because like you said, subtle is not the word.
Definitely not.
It completely rejects that sleek, minimalist vibe we see everywhere else. Our sources describe the REDMAGIC 10 Air as chunky and aggressively styled. It's got this angular, kind of futuristic look, almost brutally utilitarian, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's built to be held for a long time, not to look pretty on a table.
Precisely. It's like if the big names are all about fitting in, looking elegant, REDMAGIC is shouting, "Look at me, I'm built for a job." And that design choice tells you immediately, okay, cooling and ergonomics, they came first.
Yeah.
Way before trying to make it thin and minimalist.
And then you turn it on, and that focus on immersion just continues, right? The display, it's big 6.8 inches AMOLED, so you get those really punchy colors, the deep blacks, which, is pretty crucial if you're trying to spot someone hiding in a drill corner in a game.
And the fluidity, that's key here too. We're talking 120 Hz refresh rate, which just makes everything scrolling, fast-paced action and shooters feel incredibly smooth. Just, well, wonderfully fluid.
Okay, but hang on. I noticed in the source material, the resolution is Full HD plus 4. It's not QHD or 4K like some other high-end phones push for.
Really?
Isn't that a bit of a downgrade for immersion?
That's a really sharp point, and actually it's a very deliberate engineering decision.
Oh.
See, 4K sounds great on a spec sheet, right? But on a screen this size, the visual gain is honestly pretty minimal for most people, but the cost, it hits your performance hard, and it absolutely drains the battery.
Ah, okay. Trade-offs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By sticking with Full HD plus 4, they're prioritizing what gamers really need: sustained high frame rates and decent battery life. It's speed and endurance over just raw pixel count. For this audience, that's definitely the right call.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's the outside, the visual experience. But we all know with a phone like this, the real story is under the hood, the engine.
Well,
Let's talk about the power, because it sounds, frankly, enormous. Top-end Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip.
yep, the latest and greatest.
Paired with, get this, 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just extraordinary headroom.
And that 16 gigs of RAM, it's not just for show or even just multitasking. It's what lets the phone handle those huge game assets, massive textures, complex maps without stuttering when things get intense.
Right, avoids those loading hiccups mid-game.
Exactly. It means those really demanding titles, your Genshin Impacts, your Call of Duty mobiles, PUBG, they just run. Max settings, no sweat, smooth as silk.
But here's the thing. All that power generates a ton of heat. That's just physics, right?
Absolutely.
And this is where, in my experience anyway, a lot of powerful phones kind of fall down. They feel great for 10 minutes, then they get hot in performance tanks.
You've hit on the exact reason the REDMAGIC line even exists, that heat problem, that physics bottleneck. Your typical flagship phone, when it gets too hot, it throttles the CPU, it slams the brakes on performance to cool down.
Yeah, and for anyone listening who hasn't experienced it, throttling means your super smooth game suddenly turns into a choppy, laggy mess. It's infuriating.
Totally. So the integrated cooling system in this REDMAGIC 10 Air, it's not just a minor feature, it's the absolute core difference maker. It often involves active components, maybe even a small fan sometimes, depending on the model. The point is, it keeps the phone noticeably cooler during those long, heavy gaming sessions.
Right.
This allows for sustained peak performance, which if you're playing competitively, is everything. You push it hard and it doesn't melt or slow down. It just keeps going.
So that cooling system isn't just marketing fluff, it's fundamental. It's recognizing that raw power needs raw cooling to match.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, moving beyond just the raw specs, what about the features designed specifically to give players an edge? The standout has to be those shoulder triggers, right?
Yeah.
Physical, customizable trigger.
Oh, yeah. They're a genuine game changer for certain genres. They give you that sort of console controller feel.
How's-
Well, think about using your index fingers for actions like shooting or aiming, right?
Yeah.
It frees up your thumbs entirely for movement and looking around on the screen. You just can't replicate that efficiency with only touchscreen controls. And the sources say they feel really responsive, which is vital when milliseconds matter in competitive games. It shifts controls from awkward screen taps to something much more intuitive.
Okay, that sounds great for gaming.
Hmm.
But what about when I'm not gaming? Aren't physical buttons on the side kind of awkward when I'm just scrolling social media or typing? Does it get in the way?
That's always the balance, isn't it? The
Yeah.
classic trade-off.
Yeah.
From what we understand, they're designed to sit fairly flush, so they don't massively interfere with just holding the phone normally. But yeah, their physical presence definitely adds to the phone's overall bulk and its unique look. They're kind of a constant reminder this device is built for gaming first.
Gotcha. And what about other immersion features?
Yes.
Speakers, connectivity.
Well, the stereo speakers are apparently pretty loud and clear. They definitely add to the immersion, pull you into the game world a bit more, though, serious gamers are probably still going to use a headset.
Sure, standard practice.
And yeah, 5G connectivity is basically essential now, not just for low latency online play, but looking ahead, it's crucial for cloud gaming becoming more seamless, right? Streaming console quality games.
Okay, so we've definitely established it's a beast for gaming thanks to these very intentional design choices. But, this is the deep dive. We have to talk about the compromises.
Yeah.
What got sacrificed to hit that peak performance?
Right, because there are always compromises. Let's talk camera first. That's usually the first thing to get, let's say, deprioritized on gaming phones. The main 50MP camera is described as surprisingly well-performing, but with a condition in good light.
Okay.
So daylight shots, crisp, detailed, pretty accurate colors, good enough for your everyday snaps, sharing on social media, that kind of thing. Definitely adequate.
But, the inevitable but. Where does it struggle compared to a top-tier camera phone like a Pixel or an iPhone?
Yeah, the but comes when the lights go down. That's where the difference really shows. Low-light photos are called serviceable.
Serviceable, not exactly glowing praise.
No, they lack the dynamic range, the clever noise reduction you get from phones where the camera is the absolute priority. They probably take a bit longer to process those complex shots, too.
Right.
So the verdict seems pretty clear. It's a gaming phone first. The camera's fine for utility, but if photography, especially in tricky lighting, is your main thing, this isn't the phone for you. That R&D budget, that physical space inside the phone, it went towards the cooling system, not advanced lens optics or processing chips for the camera.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, next big one for gamers. Battery life. You've got this huge demanding chip, that fast 120 hertz screen. How does the battery hold up?
Thankfully, it seems to hold up pretty well overall. It's got a large battery, which helps. You should comfortably get through a full day of mixed usage. Some gaming, streaming, browsing.
Okay, that's good.
And it supports very fast charging, so topping up is quick. But there's a caveat, of course.
Always a caveat.
If you're a really heavy user, someone gaming for hours and hours off the charger, well, that powerful hardware does draw a lot of juice. You might still find yourself needing a top-up before the day is truly done. It's the price you pay for that sustained power output.
Understood. Fast input needs fast energy replenishment, basically.
Pretty much.
All right, let's touch on the software. It runs Android, obviously,
Right.
but it's got REDMAGIC's own custom skin on top. Now, some people love stock Android's cleanliness. How does this custom skin stack up? Is it just bloatware, or does it add value?
That's a good point. It's definitely not stock Android, but the customization here seems very function-driven, not just cosmetic fluff. It includes this dedicated gaming hub or game space. And this isn't just a folder for your games. It's like a control center.
Oh, okay. What can you do there?
This is where the power user stuff kicks in. You can remap those shoulder triggers per game. You can block notifications completely so nothing interrupts you. And apparently, you can even get really granular, like tweaking CPU performance profiles for specific games to ensure maximum stability.
Wow, okay. So maybe not the cleanest look compared to stock, but the features it adds are specifically tailored for the target audience, the serious gamer who wants that fine-grained control.
Exactly. It adds utility that makes sense for this device and its intended user.
So let's put it all together. Imagine you, the listener, bought this phone, but maybe you're not gaming 24/7. How does it handle just normal life?
Mm.
Social media, browsing, email, watching videos.
Well, it's going to be incredibly fast at all of that, obviously. That powerful hardware doesn't care if it's running a game or 10 browser tabs. So for everyday tasks, it's absolutely capable, very capable. That big, vibrant screen is great for watching videos, zero lag switching between apps.
Yeah.
And apparently it has dual SIM support too, which is actually a nice practical touch for people who travel or manage separate work and personal lines.
Right.
The main drawback for everyday use is probably just the physical size and, well, the aggressive look. It might be bulkier than your average phone, but the speed, unmatched, even for boring stuff.
Looking through all this, it's just so clear how incredibly focused this device is. It knows exactly who it's for and what it needs to deliver.
And that really leads to the final assessment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The REDMAGIC 10 Air is absolutely not a phone for everyone, and you know what? That's entirely the point. It delivers that blistering speed, those super responsive controls, and crucially, that cooling system that lets you actually use the power. It perfectly meets the very specific needs of serious mobile gamers. But if you're not one of them, if you prioritize the best possible camera, or a sleek, minimalist design, or the absolute cleanest software, yeah, this is going to feel like complete overkill.
So the key takeaway for you listening is this. The REDMAGIC 10 Air is kind of the poster child for performance-first engineering in phones today. It's a perfect example of technological focus, showing exactly what manufacturers have to trade away, like top-tier camera smarts or that super thin design to achieve peak gaming speed and keep it from overheating in your hand.
Well said.
For me, thinking about it, the most surprising thing was fully grasping how essential that active cooling system is. It's not just a nice-to-have, it's a requirement at this performance level. It feels like the point where gaming phones officially branched off from regular flagships because of basic thermodynamics.
Yeah, physics dictated a different path.
Exactly. And that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on.
Okay.
Given how quickly mobile chips are catching up to, or even surpassing, older console power, and we see devices like this tackling the thermal challenges,
Yeah.
how much longer until high-end gaming smartphones like the REDMAGIC 10 Air stop feeling like a niche? Could they become the sort of default expectation for what a truly powerful portable gaming experience looks like?
That's a really interesting question for the future, isn't it? Where does that line blur?